Classic. Go. Cash. Go. KBC.
One day I was hanging out in Atlanta, and who did I see? The hair Constantine side, J-I-N-G. Always dressed to impress, but nevertheless hooked up with Hall of Famers. It's the time about that. Bumping to Michael and Mo, L. Pushing the range, nothing strange. No cheaper, let's go to Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Do you wanna go? Where you trying to go? Downtown to the Karatbars, baby. To the Karatbars, baby. Tell me yes, or tell me no. Tell me quick, cause baby I got to go back down to the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. You should move your fanny, dress like it's the Grammy. Going back to basics with Shirley and Tammy. First I told my mama, father, uncles too, my brother, sister, cousin, friends. The whole damn crew. Go to Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Big Bill and Burger Techin', Taylor gave me checking. You better get the stacking, gladiators racking. Go to Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Some will, some won't. So what? Somewhere, someone. Get ready to register at the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. To the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. When double A be talking, nobody walking. It's like we go to church, to Gordon, Dr. Spartan. Of course you see Tanisha, and also Lady Lisa, the Thompson twins and friends. It's kinda hard to miss us at the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Do you wanna go? Where you trying to go? Downtown to the Karatbars, baby. To the Karatbars, baby. Tell me yes, or tell me no. Tell me quick, cause baby I got to go back down to the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. To the Karatbars, baby. It's the only game in town. Now quitters never win, and winners never quit. One thing we know for sure, we too legit to split. We love our moderators, we tolerate no haters. So stay and stay, as I would say, getting greater later. Alright. If you're with me, what's your profession? From Mississippi to LA to DC to UK, Austin to Boston, Houston to Tucson, New York to Stuttgart, Hong Kong and so on. Cape Town, your town, my town, write it down. Karatbars, baby. Cash go, baby. KBC, baby. K1, baby.
Hello, somebody.
We got this. What's up?
Everybody thinks the US dollar is still as good as gold, and it hasn't been since 1971. This is the world monetary systems. From 1873, when Germany went on the classical gold standard, where each unit of currency is backed up by an equivalent amount of gold in the treasury. In the United States, $20 bill, $20 gold piece in the vaults. Go into any bank, slap down your currency, which was a receipt for money, a claim check on money, ask for your money, gold and silver, and they would give it to you. So this shows this is currency, this is money. Otherwise, there was no reason for any government to store gold in their vaults and then print this currency that was backed by gold. This is what gives confidence in that. And it gives governments the ability to start this scam in the first place, where they print these receipts for gold, and then they can print more of them than gold that exists. And that happened when we got to World War I. And all the combatants stopped redemption rights. You could no longer go in the bank and trade your pounds, lira, marks, francs, no longer redeemable in gold. And they lit up the printing presses and started printing like crazy. Then between the wars, they went on something called the gold exchange standard, where currencies would be backed partially by gold. So in the United States, under the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, the Federal Reserve was allowed to put $50 worth of claim checks on gold, currency in circulation, backed up by only $20 worth of gold. So it was a 40% reserve ratio. For every $20 gold piece in the vault, they could put $50 in circulation.
We're the dollars of the nation of parade. We're the biggest batch of dollars ever made. Oh, we used to march by millions, but now we march by billions, and maybe we'll be trillions for your day.
Then we get to 1944. Now, during both wars, Europe paid the US with gold. During World War I, the US didn't get into the war until the very end of it. We didn't really have troops on the ground here in any quantity until the last 6 months of the war. So for the first 4 years or so, we're selling you all of, you take all of your young men off of the farms and turn them into soldiers. You take your factories that make toasters and they start making machine guns. Your factories that made cars are now building tanks. And so you turn your economy toward war, and all of your consumer goods and your grains had to be imported from the United States, and you paid us with gold. Then in World War II, Hitler starts saber rattling in 1936, annexes Austria in 38, invades Poland in 39. Pearl Harbor wasn't until the end of 1941. We didn't have troops on the ground until, I believe, August of 42. So again, there's like 6 years where you're paying us with your gold and we're selling you stuff. This is where Americans have this myth that war is good for the economy. War is good for the economy if you're not in it and you're selling them the tools of the trade.
Yes, America's national income gets bigger and bigger. In 1943, it was $142 billion. That was double the 1939 figure, triple the figure for 1933.
But by the end of World War II, the US had 2/3 of all the world's monetary gold, the central bank gold, and the rest of the world had to share the other third, and Europe had none. So the world monetary system was no longer going to work. It would collapse. But we had made all these loans of dollars to Europe, so Europe was flooded with dollars. And so representatives from around the world met at Bretton Woods, New Hampshire in 1944. They came up with a new world monetary system called the Bretton Woods system, where every currency on the planet, with the exception of just a few, they would be backed by the US dollar, and the US dollar would then be backed by gold at $35 per ounce. This gave confidence to all currencies. So this gave the world stability, and it pegged all the world's currencies to each other through the dollar to gold. So there was no such thing as the Forex. Currencies didn't float. The exchange rates were fixed year after year. And this helped to make world trade boom. Then the dollar standard starts because we kept on printing dollars. Under the Bretton Woods system, there was no reserve ratio established where the US actually had to have a certain amount of gold for how many dollars we created. So we had done a bunch of deficit spending for Korea, for Vietnam, for Johnson's Great Society, and expanded the currency supply, the amount of paper dollars in circulation, and exported them all over the world. And then in the 60s, Charles de Gaulle, president of France, realizes that we don't have the gold to back up the dollars.
Le fait que beaucoup d'États acceptent par principe des dollars au même titre que de l'or entraîne les Américains à s'endetter et à s'endetter gratuitement vis-à-vis de l'étranger, car ce qu'ils lui doivent, ils le lui payent avec des dollars qu'il ne tient qu'à eux d'émettre. Nous estimons nécessaire que les échanges internationaux soient établis comme c'était le cas avant les grands malheurs du monde, sur une base monétaire indiscutable et qui ne porte la marque d'aucun pays en particulier. Quelle base? En vérité, on ne voit pas qu'il puisse y avoir réellement de critères, d'étalons autres que l'or.
And he starts asking, France asks for their gold and trades in the dollars. And at that point, other countries saw this and start jumping on board. And the US lost 50% of its gold from 1959 to 1971. But we still had in 71 about 12 times more dollars that we had created than there was gold. And this run on the bank, basically, the US now being the bank, this is a giant worldwide bank run because the US for the second time had committed a fraud and created more receipts for gold than there was gold. It's that simple. Then finally the markets sort of sensed this. And Nixon was forced to take us off the gold standard because if he had paid out gold until it got to zero, once we couldn't pay on some of those dollars, the entire worldwide monetary system would have collapsed.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States. In full cooperation with the International Monetary Fund and those who trade with us, we will press for the necessary reforms to set up an urgently needed new international monetary system.
And on August 15th, 1971, all the world's currencies became fiat currency. I don't know why the rest of the world didn't rush out and hang him, but they didn't. They just all went along with this.
To our friends abroad, I give this assurance. The United States has always been and will continue to be a forward-looking and trustworthy trading partner.
There have been thousands upon thousands upon thousands of fiat currencies throughout history, and there isn't one that survived. It is a 100% failure rate. And we started this experiment where all the world's currencies would be fiat currencies simultaneously in 1971. But what we have here, 30 to 40 years, different monetary system, 30 years, 28 years, 39 years plus, what's next? The world is going to have a new monetary system in this decade that we're in. We're going to experience this huge deflationary crash around the world. The world will probably end up on some sort of new monetary system, probably after governments try and print their way out of this and cause hyperinflations of all the currencies, and people will just lose confidence in currency. And what do they always go back to throughout history? Time after time, for the last 5,000 years, actually, they always go back to gold and silver.
In a world of floating currencies, and that's what all national currencies are today, they bob up and down relative to each other, but they're all sinking relative to gold. That includes the dollar as well as the euro and the British pound and all the others. They're going to continue to lose value, continue to lose purchasing power.
Everybody thinks the US dollar is still as good as gold.
Welcome to Karatbars International. In 2011, Dr. Harold Constantine Zeitz laid the foundation for his company, Karatbars International. The mission was for every human being on the planet to be able to own physical gold. What was once one man's vision is now a worldwide empire of companies that generates an annual turnover of more than 100 million euros.
You can see this room is filled with people, excitement, but most of all with love. And that's the love of our CEO and founder, Mr. Harold Zeitz, who has blessed not only a community, but a country. And I remember one of the first events I went to, there was 50 people, and that was our freedom celebration. And today we have an event with nearly 4,000 people. So Karatbars is a great company. Thank you, Mr. Harold Zeitz. And thank you, South Africa, for an amazing experience.
We're about to make probably one of the highest steps in the telecommunications and blockchain industry ever made.
Today is the day I shape my destiny. Today is the day I take control of my future.
It took a person with godly attributes to be the steward of what is changing people's lives all over the world. He needed one man to start that ball to rolling, to create that avalanche of wealth around the world. And that one man, I submit to you, that one man is Harold Seitz.
I started in 2011 with this company. In 2011, we sell gold 1 gram, 2.5, and 5 gram. And my idea, I think about how I can make a payment system with this. Okay, if you have small units in gold, it's happened that the people accept the gold. It is happened. Gold is gold. The paper money is nothing since 1971. And this is why, as I begin, I think we can create a payment system with gold behind. And then I create a cash gold. Everybody knows cash gold here? Cash gold is the solution.
And creating innovative solutions is what Karatbars International is all about. Our Karatbars universe gives you all the tools needed to build wealth by saving, trading, and managing your funds. Karatbit, our cryptocurrency exchange, offers you a platform to acquire and trade your cryptocurrencies for cash gold, cash, and other cryptocurrencies. Karatpay, our payment system with gold, gives you the opportunity to do business online and pay products or services with the trust of gold backing it. The KCB coin is our digital currency used for all transactions within the KB universe. Karatbit, Karatpay, and the KCB will generate revenue with every transaction, and the profit goes into backing the KBC and the development of our ecosystem. We also have other amazing innovations like the world's first cash gold exchange machine, the CEM, which allows holders of our cryptocurrency to exchange our coins in real time for physical gold. No other cryptocurrency in the world can do that. And that's not all. We also introduced the world's first voice-over blockchain smartphone, the K1 Impulse. It is based on a completely new technology which fully encrypts all your information like text, voice, financial transactions, video, and documents, with all data being encrypted on the Data IPFS platform. Everything you transmit will be encrypted and visible only to you and the receiving user you choose. We have expanded that same technology to the world's first blockchain-based laptop computer, the WIM. Through our breakthrough technologies and innovations, we have mobilized your wealth-building system. Your physical and crypto assets and communications are secure, private, and user-friendly so that everyone, everywhere, can experience a lifestyle of freedom and success. Karatbars has made available a simple wealth-building system for everyone on the planet who is 18 years of age and over, with 4 optional ways to participate. Option 1, save gold. Saving is the first principle of building and maintaining wealth. Most people don't have $1,000 in savings. That's because they don't pay themselves first, and our dollar's buying power is being destroyed due to inflation. It is impossible to outrun an exponential inflation with our declining linear incomes. So this is why we save gold. Since 1932, gold has outperformed currencies by more than 6,200%. $100,000 worth of gold acquired in 1932 is now worth over $6 million. In 1920, you could purchase a brand new Ford truck for $645 or 1 kilogram of gold. Today, it costs 40,000 of those same dollars, but it still only takes that same 1 kilogram of gold with change left over. We don't have to prove to you that the buying power of your dollars are going down. Just go to the grocery store. $20 won't buy what it used to. Today, you could put $20 worth of groceries in a little basket over your arm. So if you do nothing else but save gold instead of paper, you will build wealth. $100,000 saved in gold in 1971 is today worth over $4 million. Option 2, save and earn. As an independent affiliate, when you save gold for yourself and share with others how to do the same, you position yourself to be compensated through our unilevel system compensation plan. Now, You can earn a monthly bonus of up to 6% of the goal savings volume within your organization. Option 3, maximize your earning potential. You may choose from a selection of physical or digital packages which position you to generate cash flow monthly and weekly through our dual system compensation plan. These packages are income producing assets and position you to generate multiple streams of income. Here are just a few. Whether you choose bronze, silver, gold, or VIP, you will earn a 10% direct commission on personally sponsored affiliates who also choose a package. You'll earn a 3% direct commission on your second generation and 2% on your third. Then there's the dual team. Anytime anyone within your organization acquires gold, business packages, electronics, or cryptocurrency products, there is a unit value attached to it. Each time you accumulate 50 units on one team and 25 units on the other, you receive dual team payouts which continue to infinity. The payout is as much as €80 based on your package, and you can earn up to 180,000 payouts per week. You may also participate in our dual team matching bonuses. As people within your organization generate dual team payouts, you could earn up to 7 generations of matching bonuses per week. And Karatbars doesn't stop there. We also provide long-term team building incentives with awards like Rolex watches, Mercedes-Benz cars, even a luxury villa built for you anywhere in the world, debt-free.
Recognition. Put the word dream. Never give up on your dreams. Dream and dream big. If I can do this, so can you.
So dream big. Get back with the person that shared this valuable information with you. And let's get you started building your dreams with Karatbars International.
Ready for Revolution, Brother Eric Teray Muhammad here, welcoming you for another special edition of me ranting about how good Karatbars International is for me, for you, for the world. Karatbars is good for everyone, folks. And that's just really the bottom line here. I appreciate all of you who were a part of the gold system presentation we did privately over the last hour or so. And I'm just still excited and still very full. And I just want to share with those who weren't able to make it. Some of us are wealth builders who had other engagements that sort of folded one into the other. We had a magnificent strategy session over taxes with Dr. Ron Mueller, and Doctors Rhonda and David Hollins. I mean, it was phenomenal, you know. And I had to break away like many did as well to join the 4 p.m. program at the same time. So many of us are so full and took so many copious notes. I mean, great notes, and the offers that were involved. Oh my God. You should never miss a virtual session or meeting organized by your wealth building family. You should never miss it, because we're offering still what the world does not have. We are offering that which the world does not know. And even when you think you've arrived as a wealth builder in this team, in this framework of wealth builders worldwide, Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes continues to come with more innovation, more technology, more gold, more money, more availability to you. Millions of honest people he wants to make it available for, folks. And this is the opportunity we have in front of us. And so we should take none of it for granted. I mean, you should be... like water, knowledge seeks its own level. But I've reached a point in my personal space where I am full throttle. My lever is broken in the on switch, and I'm on going after everybody I can tell about this opportunity, because it will redirect the course of your life under your roof. There's so many of us who are robbing Peter to pay Paul, running from pillar to post, who are unsure, unaware, have no idea how the next meal is going to happen, how they're going to close, what's going to happen in the upcoming school year. The pandemic is on. New shelter-in-place rules are being put out. People still dying and suffering. And we have the one thing that can help us navigate through all of it. All of it. We have the gold. You heard Mike Maloney in the beginning. The fiat currency is bust. It's dead. It's done. You see? And this is the first time in the history of the world where every nation on the planet is operating out of fiat currency and operating out of no assets. And that has migrated into the world of crypto space, because in the world of crypto space is the same thing. You have no sound, tangible asset, a strong, hard asset that keeps the value of the cryptocurrency until now. Until now. This is why you can't sleep on Karatbars International. This is why you can't sleep on Senator Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes and his vision for the world. This is why you can't sleep on the future of money, because that future is now. Okay, it's now. Let me share a little bit with you just so you understand. Well, let me share a couple of things with you so you know what's coming up. Classes in session happens every Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern, right here on the Eric Teray Muhammad Facebook page, and is aired on several platforms around the world of cyberspace. I encourage all of you to join us. Join the opportunity. It's free. Come on and loosen those chains around, those shackles around your brain, around your heart. Create some distance between you and poverty. Every Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern, on this page, Eric Teray Muhammad Facebook page, you find classes in session. We inspire, we motivate, we educate, we offer anecdotes. We offer isms, wisdoms from every stripe and walk of life. Every genre is represented in these sessions. This Monday in particular, we're going to be joined by the one and only brother Anthony Granville. You heard his music in the opening of this stream. You heard his music, Only Game in Town. That's Karatbars, folks. That's Karatbars. We have answers in ways that no one else can provide them. We have the answers. We have solutions right in our grasp. People talking about gold now more and more. I understand that this is true, but how many of them have access to it? We have it. You would want to be one of those that have it with us. And why is it so important that we talk to you about what we have as gold? First and foremost, you need to understand that Karatbars International is a gold company. It's an e-commerce company. Our product is money. Gold is money. If you don't believe it, read your Constitution. Gold, silver are the only legal tenders. Well, why are they committing all this fraud all around the world with this paper? Because they're trying to trade off the paper to hoard and hide the gold. You heard Mr. Maloney when we opened up. Listen, gold permanently improves your lives. I'm a bearer of witness right now in front of you. I'm telling you, gold will improve your life. Karatbars International is the world's leader in gold trading. As a Karatbars affiliate, you will quickly fulfill your life's dreams. We will accompany you along the way. You're never in business by yourself in this opportunity. It's just not the way of Karatbars International. It's not the way of a wealth builder. Gold will always be that elixir of life. There's not another precious metal on the planet that's more fascinating than gold. They make movies about it, plays about it. You have shops open during a pandemic. You have people sitting here talking about, we'll give you cash or trash for your gold. Nothing binds people more than gold. Gold is a wealth attractor. Gold is the ultimate conduit outside of God's love himself. It can change a life permanently in every respect. Gold, family, is the protection against loss of value. It's a hedge against inflation. Recent decades have proven how inflation, political turmoil, pandemics, and speculation can ruin investors. Gold has always been a safe haven. and remain so now. You should ask yourself, many of you believe you're well off, but you should be asking yourself right now, how do you save your money? How do you save your money? These are things that you have to consider, because if the dollar falls flat, so does what you save. You might as well keep as much of it as you can. If you're just going to exchange it for an asset, if you're not going to exchange it for gold or silver, you might as well just keep it around in case you need tinder for firewood as the heat gets cut off in the house, as you're unable to cook and you had to go back to the belly pot stoves. You're going to need that paper. It's good kindle for a fire. Look, I hate to sound so crass at times, but only at times. I'm very serious about what you have in your possession with this opportunity in Karatbars International. This is how investors survive trade wars. War is raging, folks. It's not only on the horizon, it is here. Currencies are under constant stress. Zero interest rates, stockpiles plummeting, and then there's gold in shining armor. Whew. It's a good thing that Karatbars International offers real alternatives to investors. Invest in yourself. You save gold, right? How do you get it? You just exchange the declining paper dollar for its weight in gold. If you have $7 US right now, you can be an owner of 1/10 of a gram of gold. You can have it delivered to you. You can leave it on account. You can encourage others to do it. And those that you sponsor, you earn a commission based off of what they've done on a monthly basis. This is how all war survives on every level. You have to regain control of your economy. And many of us in the world have never had control of the economy in our home. Oh, we control other things. We have the rules. Who does the dishes? Who makes up the bed? Who does the laundry? Don't answer the door unless you're a certain age. You know, those kind of rules. Yeah, we got that. Eat all your peas. But who controls the wealth in your household when you're selling your time for money? More and more investors want to save in gold. Why? Because since 2018, there was great skepticism, about buying gold. In the meantime, the trend is reversed. Gold is gaining more and more speculation. Gold is security. Gold is security, folks. That's why Karatbars has once again expanded its product portfolio. As an affiliate, you are suddenly part of the solution for customers everywhere in the world. Now, you can be a customer. You don't have to be an affiliate. But wouldn't you like to earn as you grow your wealth? Wouldn't you like to earn as you learn the power of the asset that's at your disposal? Central banks are now getting into gold. Yeah, they're stealing it. They're hoarding and they're stealing. You saw the video at the beginning. Turbulence across currencies and the global economy has turned emerging markets in particular into gold buyers. Demand is high and the gold price will continue to rise. I don't know about you, but I went to sleep, gold was 1820. I woke up, gold was 1820 and climbing. When I came into Karatbars International, gold was nowhere near that high. Many of you have been in 4, 5, 6 years, 9 years. And some of you remember gold when it was $850 an ounce, $350 an ounce. Now it's over $1,800, folks, and no end to the climb in sight. Gold always goes up at zero interest rates because gold carries no debt, so there's no interest in it. You heard me? Gold carries no debt, so there is no interest in it. Karatbars International is a debt-free company. Our product is money. Gold is money. You can't buy money. You exchange for it. So when you take that trash you call cash that you've been made to worship, kill over, lie over, jive over it, connive over it. When you take the valued piece of paper and you exchange it, what is it to exchange it? If I ask you for a change of $1 and I offer you the dollar bill and you give me 4 quarters, that's an exchange. I didn't buy from you. You didn't buy from me. These are just hard facts, y'all. Take it or let it alone. But that's the exchange. That's the way it works in the world of Karatbars. Your free gold savings account, you're never buying gold because you can't buy money, but you can exchange that piece of paper that you've been worshiping for that which holds value, for that which will never fall to zero. Money will look different in the future. Not only do we have our cash gold, folks, well, I'll allow Mr. Sykes, Dr. Sykes, to show you our cash gold.
First.
It's real. That's pure gold in those papers. Pure gold in security, crafted, beautifully structured, and authenticated gold. How do you be a part of it? How can you be a part of it? How do you get a hold of this plan? How do you get a hold of this opportunity? You go back to the one who introduced Karatbars International to you and let them know you're ready to get started. But the future of money is real, folks. But so is a dream, because you need to have one. You need to have a dream. You know, we were excited when we saw that opening video. Now, it showed you some products that are no longer in existence because it was an older video. We don't have the physical products now. We're in a digital age, right? Okay, so we're in a digital age where things are now structured on the future. This picture is from last year's 2019, September 2019, Let's Go weekend, the last public engagement we had in our convention. Now, Cape Town, South Africa, the video you saw, it was last year as well. It had 4,000 or so people. Well, we didn't have as many. We only had like 3,000 or so people right here in Atlanta where I'm at. This thing was fire, folks. All of us who were once a part of the group, we were part of the BBD fan club. I don't mean Belle Bid DeVoe. I mean broke, busted, and disgusted, as Mr. Dalco would tell us. Look at us now. I got a little too excited. I was a little upside down in this. Please forgive me. Danny James and many of us, we were just lit. Told you. You don't have to ask me if this is real. You can see it for yourself. You don't have to ask us if it's real at all. You can see it for yourself, folks. You got to have a dream. You got to be able to realize this thing for what it is. And what is it to have a dream? It's the ability to see the end, to see the future, and then run for it. Grab it. No compromise, no sellout. Grab your dream.
You're in the right place at the right time. Prepare yourself to take advantage. I want to leave you one last thought. And I've said this so many times before, and I'll say it again. I'd rather chase a dream with passion, with energy, have someone excited about every single day, and chase that dream all my life that never comes true, than to live life without a dream at all. It's worth it. Elevate this thing to a priority in your life and make it happen. Good day. Everything's always about the dream. Always about the dream. I was 20 years old.
I'd already done 6 years in corporate America. And a guy stopped in the locker room and asked me, do I know anyone who'd like to get an extra $1,500 a month? He didn't talk about getting rich. He didn't talk about getting wealthy. He didn't talk about freedom. You don't have to oversell this thing. You know the average person would love to make an extra $300 a month. We're talking about putting millions of people in Karatbars. We're talking about 20, 30, 40 million people in Karatbars. We're not talking about everybody becoming a multi-billionaire. You can. If you want to pay that price. I want to be a billionaire. Well, okay. I want to be a multi-millionaire. Well, you can. Okay. But it's going to require you cutting off the television. It's going to require you missing some football games, some basketball games. It's going to require some sacrifice on the part that only you know if you're willing to make. So I like to keep it simple. That guy asked me, do I know anybody like to make an extra $1,500 a month? I said, yes, me. I didn't know what he was talking about, and I got excited. I got a little bit excited. I got a twinge of hope. That was 6 years in corporate America. I mean, I'm 20 years old. Had my own home, 4 cars in the driveway, pool in the backyard. My wife was a flight attendant, so I could fly anywhere in the world pretty much for free or for peanuts. Okay, I had all the cars I wanted to drive, didn't buy insurance, didn't put gas in them. The company fed me 5-6 nights a week. I'm living on a company expense report. I mean, I live a lifestyle people dream about. Wore my shirt and tie to work, my briefcase. I look good, status good, but as far as I was concerned, I was still broke. Not broke compared to my next door neighbor. Not broke compared to the guys in my neighborhood. Just broke compared to people who had some real money. That makes sense. Just broke, like one of my nephews one day asked me, Uncle Tyrone, people in the family say you're rich. I said, well, compared to you, I'm rich. You don't have any money. But compared to Oprah, Uncle Tyrone broke. Okay, so it's a relative term. Money is relative. And money is not to do all to say all. Okay, because when you have some serious health issues going on that money can't solve, you realize how unimportant money is. But I tell you what, I got started. And I'll never forget that first meeting I was sitting there, Mr. Williams, Miss Abram. I'll never forget it. I'm sitting at first meeting on about 200 people in that room. Maybe 180, 200 people. And that guy was talking about homes and cars. He was talking about all these material things you can have. But I'm sitting saying, man, I got 4 cars in the driveway now. I got 2 Lincolns in the driveway, a Ford Mustang and a Grand Marquis. 2 company cars and 2 I own. I was just sitting there. It didn't mean anything to me. But all of a sudden, he started talking about something that meant something. He said, have you ever thought about being free? Now, as far as I was concerned, I thought I was free. I mean, he's talking about the height of ignorance. I thought I was free. He said, ever thought? No, I mean really free. I said, I'm free right now. He said, I know that some of you are sitting there thinking you're free. He said, if you think you're free, don't show up on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and by Thursday, you'll be free. And when he said that, it hit me. I was not free. He said, freedom is when you throw away the alarm clock and you sleep to the crack of noon. Freedom is when you wake up in the morning and do what you want to do with your life. Freedom is when you go to that golf course on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and play golf when everybody else is at the office. Freedom is when you go fishing on Tuesday, Wednesday. Freedom is when you stroll in the movies with your kid on a Wednesday afternoon and there's nobody in the movie theater but you and your child because everybody else is at work. Freedom is when all the fathers at work and you're the only father at the Little League baseball game with your kid or your grandkids. Man, he started painting that picture for freedom, guys. And I never forget, I sit up in my chair. I said, wait a minute, what's this freedom thing you're talking about? Okay. And it blew my mind. He asked a simple question. What's retirement age? Everybody started yelling out numbers. 65, 75. So see how we've been conditioned? Retirement doesn't have anything to do with age. Retirement has everything in the world to do with money. This couple speaking from the stage were 32 years old. He and his wife were both retired. 2 brand new Cadillacs in their driveway, owned their brand new home. And they were both retired at 32 years old. I said, oh my God, I got to get this freedom thing. Okay. And I didn't know. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get free. Some of you right now today, you don't know how long it's going to take you to get free. You want to be free, I know you can taste it. I see Dante Taylor, he can taste it, man. He can taste it. I can hear it in his voice. He can take up people who can taste this freedom thing. They want it. But you willing to pay the price to get it. When I saw it, I was willing to pay the price. Man, before then, I knew every television program that came out. I was a walking TV guide. You could call me and say, what time did the show come on, Tyrone? I didn't have to put out the news, but I could tell you what time it came out. I was a walking TV guy. Okay. I spent the weekend watching football like everybody else. But when I saw freedom, when I saw that freedom thing, when I was sold that dream of freedom, man, I shut it all down. I said, I'm going to freedom. And at 32 years old, I was able to, my wife and I, she was able to walk away from a job she'd been on for 8 years as a flight attendant for U.S. Air. And she walked, yes, we gave up the flying privilege. Yes, we gave the benefits. Yes, we gave up the stock options, gave it all up. Okay, why? So I had a kid, and he didn't even know his mama. He'd come home, and she'd go to reach for him, and he'd run. Because she's flying, and she didn't know him, and he didn't know her. Okay, it was breaking her heart. I said, quit. She walked away at 32 years old. My son don't even remember. He's 32 right now. He don't ever remember his mother having a job. It took me 8 more years. I didn't retire till I was 40 years old. I'm telling you, I'd do it all over again. It took me 20 to walk into a job you've had for 10 years, 18 years in corporate America, and say, I'm out, and never look back. That was July 14th. July 14th. That's tomorrow. That'll be 22 years. Freedom. What it's all about.
Family, understand that that man right there on July 14th of this year, this coming Tuesday, will mark 25 years of being a free man in the hells of North America, free from corporate interaction, free from having to punch a clock or depend upon a salary, free. He and his wife, Mrs. Valerie Best, that's Mr. Tyrone Best. They are the CEOs and founders of Wealth Builders Worldwide. They've retired in full-time Karatbars affiliates. Mrs. Best hasn't held a job anywhere in more than 37 years. Their children have never even applied for a job. They've been living this life and walking this life of freedom. There's over 100 years of freedom combined under that roof. And what's key about this, and what we need to grow our mind into, is the fact that it's accomplishable. You see, because there was a man who ran a 4-minute mile in the 70s, and people swore it couldn't be done. But when he did it, tens and thousands of people have now run that mile or faster behind him. What made them do it? Was it more energy in the cereal? Did they take shots? Were they on steroids? What made them do it? It was the fact that it was done before. That was enough. When you can see something accomplished that you want, that you desire, that's just telltale sign that it can happen, but it happens not void of a process. So we respect what this dynamic couple has laid down before us. They were the first of those. Here's the other. That's Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Manisha Dalco. They are trailblazing a new path and paradigm in Karatbars International, because they have not only wholeheartedly bought into the vision of Dr. Seitz, but it has literally become their ministry. They train, they teach, they share, they absorb, they make themselves available, and they share the opportunity unselfishly. They have positioned themselves to be recipients of long-term incentive programs, everything from a fine leather bag up to that C-Class Mercedes-Benz that you see behind them, of which they decided they would rather have the gold, because they're wealth builders, as opposed to the vehicle. That's the power of what's in your hands. As you have gold. You have gold, folks. You have a whole nother world, a new world of opportunity in front of you. You no longer have to submit to this quadrant. See, there's a difference between linear income and residual passive income. Linear income is dependent upon you, the person, to be there. You punch in, you open up the space, you do what you have to do there, you punch out. You don't earn anything beyond after the time you punched out. You don't earn anything before you punched in. So you're Linear income is flatline, it's fixed. It does not grow with inflation. Your job is an inflationary liability. Then you have an inflation-ridden liability. Then you have the self-employed. Yeah, you may own the job, but if you don't own the system, the job depends on you to be there. When you own the system, you have a system where you're not dependent upon, it's not dependent upon your presence. And as a result, you learn to work off the efforts of others. As they leverage their growth, you leverage your growth. As they grow with their efforts, you now build your wealth base and you now make money work for you as you invest and continue to invest in yourself. Because the number one principle in all this is to pay yourself first. J. Paul Getty said, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. Karatbars helps you realize all of that. And when we talk to you about the future of money, and we talk to you about cash gold, understand that Karatbars is the world's largest provider of gold in small transaction-friendly weights in the world. Anywhere our product is deliverable, FedEx is the carrier. Karatbars International is the #1 client of FedEx. Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes, you heard him at the beginning of this program, 2-time author, Future of Money and Think Big. He understood what the future held, and he held on to his dream, and he took no shorts, no compromises. He put up his own money. He took all the darts, all the daggers. And today, he's realizing a future for all of us. Because, as I quote, my mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. My goal, he says, is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. Debt, folks, is poverty. Poverty is punishment for a crime you did not commit. Karatbars will exonerate you. How do we do it? We do it through our gold. Now, we talked about a new future. We talked about a new future of money. Gold is money, but look at the ways by which it's been used. The United States has been dealing out of digitized money for the last 40 years. So has the rest of the world. Many of us are just catching up. Not in the world of Karatbars. We're not catching up. We are ahead of the time. Because while others are speculating, we have it. While others are thinking about it, we have it. And while others are saying, well, maybe we need to tie an asset to the stable coin that allows the cryptocurrency to survive in volatile climates, we've already done it. We've attached pure money to our V99 gold stable coin. Our gold, Cash Gold, is secure. It's equipped with blacklight authentication features. It's physical. It's not some Rudy poop. I promise you, I got it. Just come get it when you get the opportunity. No, this is physical gold. However, it does have the ability with the click of a button to be shipped to you, or you can store it for free on in our system. Be your own bank. BYOB. Be your own bank. It's digital as well because it can be used like a digital currency as long as it remains in our ecosystem and make purchases within the ecosystem, and convertible. When we talk to you about this stable coin, you need to understand the power of what you have. Take a look. Man, y'all don't know the half. You don't know the half. We're so far ahead. We're like the heyday Tiger Woods of cryptocurrency, of money transactions. Listen, Tiger Woods came on the scene. They changed the rules. They expanded the golf courses by 400 yards. They changed the way you can swing. You couldn't make noise when you did it. The Williams sisters came along. Don't be beating us and yelling at us. And here we are. We're so far ahead, you don't even know you're in a race. All of you now are competing to be number 2. No one has cash gold on the planet but Karatbars International. No one can produce it but Karatbars International. No one has the access to the volumes of mines that we have for around the world currently, accessing more than 700 tons of pure gold. No one can make it available to you like Karatbars International right now. That's a fact. And all it requires you is to sign up for free. A free registration will put you in business in more than 149 countries around the world. A free registration will give you state-of-the-art software where you can track your own money and the way it's being handled. A free registration produces generational wealth, or the opportunity for generational wealth for your family and your loved ones. Because in every last one of you, there's another you waiting to come out to make their way to the stage. If you're 15, there's a 35-year-old waiting. If you're 20, there's a 30-year-old waiting. If you're 30, there's a 60. If you're 90, there's 110 waiting to come to the stage. What kind of future have you prepared for them? You can do it by saving as little as 1/10 of a gram of gold at a time. It's just really that simple. Look, if you don't believe cryptocurrency is moving in the way that it is, take a look at some of these payment systems. You go to a doctor's office, a lawyer's office, they're telling you their methods of payment they'll accept. Cash, gold, and silver. This is what time it is, y'all. Somebody knows that gold and silver is real money. They'll take a Macy's card that hasn't folded yet. Visa, MasterCard is available. Debit cards. Bitcoin. Bitcoin has made a way for us. Cryptocurrency is now something that's just not going away. And the stable coin represents a market of transactions of $40 billion a day. You think people are going to keep trading with the global currency of a US dollar when they know gold is available? You need to get on ahead of time and stop playing with this thing. How it basically works, you get yourself a multi-gold package. You get that multi-gold package, it not only gives you a status to earn a weekly residual income, but it also comes with gold. You continue to stack in that gold along with cash gold and everything else to give yourself liquidity plus stability. Gold is a stabilizer in any household, but if you keep enough liquidity on hand, you can digitally move it within the ecosystem to produce more assets and produce more income and produce more assets. Okay? You can then build your network, because your net worth in the world of this opportunity is based on your net work. Your net worth is based on your net work. You see, how many people can you tell about this opportunity? And then you have our stable coin, the only one on the planet backed by gold, pure gold, the only one covered by gold. This is not the utility coin. Our KBC is the utility coin. We're talking about our stable coin, which is the one thing that keeps prices stabilized, keeps values stabilized. So when you have that volatile Bitcoin that you can't figure out how to keep it from falling down that sliding scale, going from $20,000 to $18,000 to $9,000 to $3,000 almost all of last year, back now to $9,000. Some of you lost your shirts, your homes, your family over that coin. It didn't have a true asset backing it. Now it's a tiered asset, but it's not a tier 1 asset because it does yet have not a hard asset backing it. But you have it in gold. You have it in Karatbars. You get a hold of all the cash gold you can. You get on our blockchain and you transfer, or you literally exchange that cash gold for that V999 coin, as many as you can get, put it back in the marketplace and allow it to pay you residually every month for life. You let that happen, and you've created a roadmap to success. And that's where we are. That's exactly where we are. I don't have a need really to go through the remainder of this opportunity, I want you to know two things. Number one, if you save in gold in this opportunity, you'll get paid to save. If you don't believe that, if you don't understand how that works, I want all of you to join us on www.goldrocks.info this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. And allow Mr. Roger Williams to let you know and help you to understand how, from a free gold savings account, you can earn enough money potentially in a month to secure all your expenses for the following month. It's about the size of your dream. It's about the size of your commitment to your dream. It requires 3 D's to make that dream, the 4th D, realized. It requires desire, determination, discipline. Are you willing to realize your dream? Are you willing to make it happen? Are you willing to do all those things that are required to create legacy wealth? I'll close with 10 reasons why Karatbars International is right for you. Number one, it's free to join. It's your own home-based business. It's a global economy. 8 billion people in the world. 1 billion people are 1 million people are affiliates. There's just a little over 100,000 or more, 120,000 more in wealth builders worldwide right here. 99% of the planet has no idea that gold is available, affordable, transactional, friendly weights, and is available to build your wealth. So it's free to join. It's your own business. It's a global economy, right? Unlimited income. There are no ends in Karatbars. It runs into infinity. Flexible hours because it's your own business. You can work it whenever you want, part-time, full-time. You can make $2,000, $3,000 a month just doing it as a part-time option from the safety and comfort of your home. Okay? Every activity in Karatbars is an asset producing activity. That's number 6. Number 7, it is an inheritable asset. It's a willable asset. It's a part of your estate that you can leave to your loved ones for generations to come. Wouldn't you like it known that in the future, the world will be glad you came because their world is better because you came today? Get a hold of that free gold savings account. Number 8, our product is money. Gold is money. Number 9, there are no overheads, no employees. I'm going to give you a new number 10. Number 10. Well, it's not really new. But number 10, you can change a world from the confines, the comfort, the safety of your home. And in a world of a pandemic, when new shelter-in-place orders are being implemented, where daily cases are rising around the states all over America and throughout the world now because we don't yet have a handle on that which we did not start. You know that your family needs security. You know that your family needs protection. You know that your family needs to have real value system in the home so you can barter, exchange, and trade for those things that you need, because gold will always hold a value. Silver will always have some value. Guess what will not? That piece of paper that didn't have it before the pandemic, and it sure as hell isn't going to come back to any real intrinsic value today. It all falls flat. There's not a currency on the planet that has survived as long as the US dollar. Every currency averages 27 years of life before it falls to zero. Every currency. The dollar has now grown 50 years. That's put us in the divine order of Jubilee, folks. It's time for a change. That dollar's falling flat. Its purchase power right now is 3 to 5 cents worldwide. That means for every $5 bill, you're looking at 15 to 25 cents. Are you serious? Is that what you want to call money? Can't do anything with that. Get back to the one who introduced this opportunity to you and let them know you're ready to get started in this wonderful world of Karatbars International. Let them know you're ready to get started. Let them know, because it is the world, I guarantee you, it's the world that works for everyone. It works for everyone. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the opportunity to share with you. I was so full from what we did earlier. I was so full from Dr. Mueller's text presentation. Oh, I'll give you number 11. The home-based business allows you to get your money back from all the year from the entire year. You want your money back? It's called reverse income. Boy, we got some things to show you in this Wealth Builders. 8 p.m. Eastern, www.goldrocks.info. Hear from our brother, living legend himself, Brother Roger Williams, and shows you how from a free position you can grow your wealth. Peace and power. Forward.